Welcome to Campcraft Hike Survive. I'm Patrick. I'm going to be practicing some fire skills today. I'm going to practice ferro rod, flint and steel, solar. I'm going to make some char material with some punkwood I found today on a resource walk. Stick around. Hopefully you guys learned something. Ferro rod. That's my Pathfinder PFT camp and trail. Homemade fire starters. It's just cotton balls with Vaseline slathered all over them. Lighter, of course. There's really no explanation to that. Everyone hopefully knows how to use a lighter. Gorilla tape. There's many uses for this. You can use it to start fire, prepare your gear, even for first aid. It's very multifunctional. Flint and steel. That's the Pathfinder fire steel. Great tool. It's got a divot in it to use as a bearing block for a bow drill. A char box. I'm going to make some char material out of some punkwood that I was able to find today. So this is pretty spongy. So magnifying lens. As long as I have some daylight left after I make my char material, I'm going to ignite that and blow these grass bundles into flame. I'm going to start off with just a cotton ball with Vaseline. You just take it, rip it apart, expose some of the inner fibers, fluff it up. These cotton balls will go up with a spark from a ferro rod or flame from a lighter. It's pretty simple. Alright, so start. Flame's almost out, but I'm willing to bet once that goes out, any ember from that could still be used to blow a tinder bundle into flame. I've never tried it, but something I'm going to have to do. There's still a little bit of flame, but she's pretty much out. So roughly 4.5 minutes. Not bad for a homemade fire starter. So the next thing I want to talk about is ferro rod. And you use a knife made of high carbon steel. It's best to have one that's made of high carbon steel. It'll throw sparks probably the best. There's a couple different methods to strike your ferro rod. However, my go-to is just planting my fist with my knife gripped in my hand close to my material that I want to ignite. And you just put this on here, roll your knife forward. Your knife also has to have a sharp 90-degree spine. These Pathfinder knives, all of them come with a sharpened 90-degree spine on them. Roll forward at a 45-degree angle, push your ferro rod into your knife, and pull like you're starting a lawnmower. You want them sparks to fly. Like so. One other method that you can do is you can put your ferro rod in your material and take your knife and scrape down for a constant rain of sparks. This grass bundle must be still pretty wet, so this isn't going to go up into flame like I want it to. Nope. You can also float above it, like so, if you don't have room to plant your foot. Like so. So for a real basic fire, you want to start small. So pencil lead size to pencil size sticks. I typically like using the V fire lay. So I'll also put a piece of bark inside of here and stage this ready to pull over top of the flame. So as before, take a cotton ball, unravel it, break it up. Put that will take a spark, just like that. Pull your sticks over top. So you don't want to ever add more material, more wood, until the flames are above your current fuel source. So it's trying, the wind isn't really helping. Start putting a couple of small sticks over here. Maybe some dead bark. Alright, while that fire is trying to go, I'm going to take my char box here. I'm going to put some of this punk wood inside of there. So I'm going to break off some pieces. You want to have the spongy pieces in here. This stuff just breaks right off. That's so tender. Now you don't want to pack this thing just tight full. But this should work. So you just take a metal tin. I put a hole in the top of mine for the gases to escape. I'm just going to take this, throw it in the fire. So one other method that you can use as a ignition source, you can take some Gorilla Tape and you can roll it up like so. It helps if you stagger it just a little bit. Makes it easier for lighting. And you just take a lighter. Light the end of it. And it'll burn like a candle. Now this should burn for quite a long time. You can even spread this molten blob of goo That'll even ignite. Now if you need to, you can use this to ignite another duct tape roll. As you can see, that's still going. You can just spread that out. Now you don't want to be over top of that, breathing in all that black smoke. It might be a little bit toxic. You can use this in an emergency situation. That's the point of demonstrating this. If you're in dire straits, you have to have a fire, and all you have is a lighter, but you don't know how much fuel is left in that lighter. If you find some duct tape, some Gorilla Tape, you can light that, and it will extend your flame. So that way you're not using all of the fuel in your lighter. So one other thing you can do, you can wrap some of that Gorilla Tape around a lighter, carry that with you. I just have the Exotac fire sleeve. It's waterproof, and it's quite handy to, especially in wet situations. But another thing you can do is just wrap some duct tape or Gorilla Tape, specifically Gorilla Tape because it's much stronger than regular duct tape, but both will work. Good fire tool to have in your pocket. And this here will extend your flame. You can burn that like a candle. So that way you're not using all of the fuel in your lighter. In an emergency situation, that is the best thing to keep with you. It's the smallest, most compact. You could always have it in your pocket. And if you have to have an extended flame, there you go. This has been going for a long time now. And you can see it's just a pile of mush, but it's still burning. By now, you would have used up your lighter, or used up most of your fuel in your lighter. Alright, that char material should be done. Let's get it out of the fire. Oh. Get on the other side of the smoke here. I'll let that sit for 10, 15 minutes, maybe less, maybe more. Let it cool off. Open it up, check it out. Alright, this should be cooled off. Oh yeah, nice and cool. Let's check it out. Yeah, look at that. That's just what you want. Now this stuff is pretty brittle. Extremely brittle. That'll take a spark in no time. So one other method of ignition is solar. So I got this solar lens, this is a magnifying lens from selfrelianceoutfitters.com. It's about 3:37 right now. Clear sky, the sun's still wide open. I should be able to get this. So I'm going to use this piece here. So same concept as using a magnifying glass to burn bugs as a kid. Oh, I was out there. Look at that. Just while I was talking, that piece just went. I barely gave it anything. I barely focused it. But what you want to do is you want to focus that beam on there. And that dude's going quick. Look at that. So what you want to do is you want to take this ember, put it into a bird's nest or tinder bundle. I just happen to find some dead grass. That will go, this will go in no time. Just taco it around there. Wind is blowing that way, so I'm going to turn my body and just blow. There it goes. Man, look at that. Another method to ignite this char material is just simply flint and steel. Now this is a piece of quartz that my old lady's son happened to find just in the parking lot of his school. So, let me get this close here. So all I'm going to do, I'm just going to strike my fire steel just with a glancing blow into my char box. You don't want to get too close to your char box and knock all your material everywhere. Or if you have good aim, good accuracy, you can take one piece out, put it onto your lid or already into your tinder bundle and strike it like that. However, I'm just going to put all my material together, send sparks flying, and hope one catches, which it should. There it goes. Now you want to close up your tinder box just in case another one ignited. You can put that out. That's to not waste your material. So now all you want to do, take your tinder material, same thing, just a bunch of dead dry grass. Put your ember inside. Now this ember is awfully big for this size bird's nest or tinder bundle, but that's the one that ignited on us. So I'm just going to wrap it in there. Same thing, just blow it into flame. Like it's already smoking. I haven't even done nothing yet. I can just move it around. I mean, I'm willing to bet this will go without me even blowing on it for how windy it is today. But to make sure it does go, you want to gently blow until you start getting more smoke. Like this is about to go. So, there, see? I blew once. That was it. The whole point of this video today was to show you different methods of starting a fire, different materials you can use to start that fire. And as you can see, I'm in my backyard. I'm by my fire pit. You can do this anywhere. You can practice your skills anywhere that you can, because if you're out there practicing, regardless of the environment, regardless of the stage, you're out there practicing. So get outside, practice your skills. Practice makes better. Get your kids involved. Kids always love to see these cool things. Like my son, he loves seeing these different skills. I show him a neat new thing, a neat new skill that I've tried. He loves it. And you might think, well, he's out there wearing his hiking clothes, his outdoors clothes. You can do it in anything. You can do it in shorts and flip-flops like I do most of the time. The only reason I've got all this on today, me and my boy went for a resource walk. Right across from my house is a cornfield. On the other side of that is a clump of trees. Where I live, it's all crops, it's all cornfields. I've got at least 5 to 10 miles of fields from my town to the next town, in every direction. And that's like that. That's how it is where I live. We don't have very many wooded areas. We don't have national forests or state parks near me. I have to drive a minimum of 1 hour just to get there. And that 1 hour is probably a good, 50 miles. You could drive 15 miles if it's in an urban area and still be an hour's into it. So get out there, practice. I hope you learned something from this video. Thank you for following. Thank you for watching. Until next time.